Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna have to post two darn videos again, so I hope you watch them both. I'll try to put them in the same Facebook posts because I noticed putting two in separate posts, one got attention, one didn't. So, okay, first number I have here for now, these are all for families that are struggling with any mental health problems, which obviously being in quarantine, being locked up, having all this stuff going on right now that's out of our control, that's finances, jobs. Some of us don't have it so bad, and some of us do. So, this isn't going to be for everybody, but for those that need it, I want you to listen to this. You can rewind the video to get these numbers, and I promise I will get them posted up once I get my website up. I will always post these lists very legibly. I'll probably type them and print them out and then screenshot them and then put them on my podcast so they're easy to read and make sense out of all of them. So I wanted to go through Kalamazoo County first just to offer these services to you guys right now while times are tough. So number one is going to be the Kalamazoo Community Mental Health Center. Okay? That looks like it has a 9 through 5 number, and that's going to be 269-553-8000. Okay? There is also a 24-hour hotline that you can call in. Don't ever be afraid to call into a 24-hour hotline. If you need it, that's what they're there for. That's why they make those, okay? There's always someone on the other end for you. Don't ever feel like you're alone. Even if it's 4 a.m, you can call this place and not be embarrassed, because that's what these people's jobs are. And you know what I found out throughout my work in doing this so far? A lot of these people are great people, but they've been through what a lot of us have been through. They've been through trauma. They've been through, whether it's self-induced or out of your control. They've been through addiction, alcoholism, abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse in the family, all sorts of stuff. There's some crazy hair going on. All sorts of stuff. So if you're struggling at 4 a.m, you pick this phone up and you call 1-888-373-6200, and you will get someone on the other line that will stay on that phone with you and probably end up helping to guide you into something if they have the capabilities at that hour of the night. If not, they will have you get back in touch with them ASAP, I would imagine, to get you in somewhere or to get you the resources that you need to get the help that you need, okay? Next one is going to be Integrated Services of Kalamazoo, which is on 2030 Portage Street. I could not get a number to pull up for that, but it did keep pulling up under the Kalamazoo Community Mental Health, which I'm wondering if they're two of the same. So, third one, Pine Rest Community Healing Center. That's on 1530 Nichols Road. They're open till 8 p.m. on weeknights because they do what's called an intensive outpatient therapy program there. And that consists of usually 3 or 4 days a week, a 3-hour group session of recovering addicts and alcoholics and maybe people struggling with anorexia or bulimia or just struggling. And they do that there, and they do that till about 8 o'clock every night. But they also offer one-on-one services, and that was where my first therapist ever was. That's where I did my intensive outpatient rehab. It was a wonderful, wonderful place. To this day, my therapist, my very first therapist from that building, played a much bigger impact in me turning my life around than she'll ever know. And I've told her that before. I've stopped in and seen her. I made an appointment just to go in and talk to her. But I don't know if she'll ever really understand the difference she made in my life. I went for a year, I went 2 or 3 nights a week straight, and just what I learned about myself, what I learned about what I was putting in my body, substances, substance abuse, why we do it. I learned that I didn't even really enjoy it whatsoever. Is what I learned. I learned I was just using it as a crutch to get by life, and she helped me. My therapist, who was a woman about my age, helped me to do the most important thing, and that was admit to myself that I had a problem, because when I went in there, I was cocky. And even though I was a mess, I was still cocky and I was arrogant, and I didn't think I had a problem at all. No, I don't have a problem. I can still go out and play basketball and run up and down the court and do my thing and go play soccer and, da 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 da. I feel like I have this good life and all this stuff. I don't have a problem. Well, she didn't shame me into it by any means, but in the most graceful way, she got me to realize that I did have a problem. And the first step to getting healthy and better was admitting that to myself, so I could actually wrap my head around the fact that, dude, I have a problem. And I'm forever grateful to her for that. And I believe she's still there. She's wonderful. So if anyone would like a referral, contact me privately on Messenger, and I will get you that info. Next, we have, and the address for Pines Rest was 1530 Nichols Road. Next, we have Ascension Borges Hospital Care Inpatient Service. That came up under substance abuse treatment. I don't know how easy that one's going to be, because it looks like it's located in the hospital. It's 1521 Gall Road. The telephone number for that is 269-226-4858. And that might just be one, to give a call and do some digging into, and I'm sure that if they don't have anything, they'll point you in the right direction. That's for sure. Next up, we have WMU Behavioral Health and Substance Abuse Services, located at 1000 Oakland Drive. Telephone number 269-387-8230. Okay? That is going to be a good one to call during business hours, I would imagine. I don't see a 24-hour number here, but that is going to be a good one to call for someone struggling in your family, or if you are struggling with substance abuse, and I would imagine, or alcoholism. 269-387-8230. Please call that number. Talk to somebody there. Let them know what's going on. This is their job. This is what they do. They might do an over-the-phone evaluation and then get you pointed in the right direction. Don't feel uncomfortable like I used to when I first started doing these things, and I didn't want to let it all out. I didn't want to tell them, therefore they couldn't place me into the right kind of place that would give me the right kind of help. So there comes a point in time where you just got to get honest with whoever you're talking to, and put down your pride, and try to let go of that shame and just be honest with them, so they can do their job 100% and get you the help you need. Next one I have, Community Healing Center. Okay, everyone should know where this is. This is going to be right on Stadium Drive. If you're going past Waldo Stadium before you get to Sealy Ford and all the car dealerships, it's going to be before you get to any of the dealerships, before Howard, on the Howard side of the road. So it is going to be 2615 Stadium Drive, Kalamazoo, 49008. The telephone number for them is 269-341-4644. 1651. Okay. That is more of an inpatient treatment center, I believe. I've never been there. I don't know anyone who has, but I've known workers who have worked there, and I believe that they do an outpatient treatment there too. I'm pretty sure they do inpatient treatment and hopefully outpatient too. So, getting back up to this list, that's a good one though. Please try calling that one because they will probably, they've been in the community for quite a while. That building has been there. They will have the number for probably many resources around Kalamazoo. And remember that funding for these is a big part. You know, they're not free to go to. So there are groups in Kalamazoo that will fund your treatment, one being called Access, if that's still available. That would be one that you would want to look up or inquire to these folks about. The Access Foundation. And what they do is they will pay for your treatment as long as you're seeking treatment and you're doing the things that you need to be doing and you're making the progress. I don't know how the rules have changed. I hope they're still available. I believe that they are. You make a phone call to the facility you'd like to go to, and then they will do a three-way call with Access to get you that fundage granted. And that takes a lot of weight off your shoulders because you end up with maybe a $5 copay per visit, and if you have to go 3 times a week, that's $15, as opposed to it being $150 to $200 a visit, you know, and that's $600 a week, $2,400 a month. Right now, that's a stretch for a lot of people. So, okay, we're down to Griffin Place. If anyone's lived in Kalamazoo for a while, they should know of the Griffin Place, okay? The last time I remember it was on Westnedge, but it looks like they've moved their offices to 3245 8th Street. They're open 24 hours a day, which means you can call there 24 hours a day. They have a hotline, but it looks like they also have workers staffed 24 hours a day to help you out, okay? So that is another place that you should never, ever, ever feel bad if you're having a moment in the middle of the night to pick that phone up and use that resource, because there are people there and that is their job. Their job is to help you, okay? And you have to remember that you're not alone in this. You don't have to hold anything back. You're not alone. You don't have anything to be embarrassed about, you know. Someday get together with me and sit down and have a cup of coffee with me, and I'll tell you some stories and they'll put yours to shame. So, you know, I'm not proud of that at all. I'm just saying, you know, throw aside the embarrassment at this point. If anyone out there is struggling with any of the stuff we're talking about, as hard as it is, throw that embarrassment to the wayside, because it turns into life or death, guys. And I hate saying that because that's a scary thing, but that's the truth. So, Griffin Place. One more time, 24 hours. It looks like you can get them. 3245 8th Street. I believe that's Ashtamo, and 269-381-1510. Okay? Next, we have Family Counseling and Meditation Services. Telephone number is 269-488-5930. They are located in 4017 West Main, Suite 100. Okay, so I don't know much about this place. It was a 5-star rated place when I looked it up, and I would imagine that they probably focus a little bit more on family feuds and mediation services, like getting families to learn how to get along together again and work through things that are hindering them from functioning as a normal family and loving on each other and getting along. So if any of that's going on in your family, give it a call. I would say give any of these numbers a call if you have any struggles going on, because they're all linked to the same directory. They're all linked together, okay? And they're all going to come back to having the same information at the end. It might be a little different for each place, but they're all going to know about these other places, guys. I've done this before. They all know about the next place, and most of these people are just great people willing to help out. And the last one I have is the Syracuse Health Center, which is funny because my mom owned a hair salon, and that was, I believe, the husband or my mom's customer that is named after. So whenever I see that name, I always think of that couple coming to the shop to get their hair cut, and how nice they were to us kids when we were little. I know her name was Betsy, and I can't remember his first name, but they were great people. The address for that is going to be 1903 West Michigan Ave, Kalamazoo County 49008. And let's look up the telephone number because I lost it. And let's go back here. Give me just a minute. Okay. So I've got the number for that as 269-387-3287. Okay? Let's look at this one a little bit more, because services offered in person or via telehealth, obviously with the virus. I can't get into the patient portal without making a profile, and I don't want to do that. So, but 49% make an appointment in primary care and are seen the same day. In 2018, they had 51,717 contacts with students alone, helping them with these kind of issues. 299 years of combined clinical experience serving WMU students, okay? So that's amazing. And 160 students employed or volunteer during the year at Syracuse. Now, this doesn't mean that there aren't professionals there too, licensed and whatnot. It just means that you have a lot of good-hearted people that are, some of these guys are volunteers, are working for free. Out of that 160, you've got employed or volunteering. So that's always a good thing. When you have volunteers, you know it's coming from the heart. So guys, that's all I had. I had a lot more planned, and sorry I didn't get around to it. It's all a work in progress for me. This is what I want to do, and you got to start somewhere. And when I look at these numbers for views on YouTube, I think, oh boy, yeah, I'm going to be 88 by the time this thing takes off. But I don't think so. I think it's just persistence pays off, and you know, I've got a desire inside of me due to my past to help people out. If I've ever rubbed you the wrong way, I'm sorry. Don't mean to. We all are. 2020 has been a heck of a year, and but like I told you in the last video, I love you. I don't care who you are, and I'm here for you. And you know, if you want to reach out to me, just find me on Facebook. Send me a direct message. If you want to talk on the phone, send me your number. I'm always down for that too. I'm not scared. Not one of these young age kids that's scared to talk on the phone. I'll talk till your ears fall off. So anyone who knows me knows that I have the gift of gab. So, but I can listen too, just as good with these things. So that's all I got, everybody. I hope that helped a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't post anything visual for you to look at. So you could screenshot those numbers, but you can just go back through and listen to them. I made sure to read them accurately, some of them twice. Take a look at those. If any of those pertain to you, then please do me a favor and use them. Oh, last thing I want to show you guys. Cool app, okay? So, it looks like this. Got into this back in March when Corona all started and work was done for a minute and I needed something to do. My wife at the time was a contract worker doing it full time and doing pretty well off of it, helping a ton of people. She just had a really good knack for helping people. And she was just very high rated on there, and therefore she got me in there. And I wasn't a contract worker, meaning I could go on it any time, but you know, I did quite a bit because she would be on 8 hours a day. So when I would get home or whatever, you know, I would jump on there too. And some nights we both would just talk to people till we're blue in the face, and it's not always talking to people, it's a lot of listening. And I always just tell them, hey, look, you know, I'm here to listen. I can't give medical advice, but you know, if you want some advice from me, I've been through a lot, and all you got to do is ask. But this is your time. I'm here to listen. So it's called the Happy app. It's called the HAPPI. I think I need to find my app store there. Yeah, HAPI app. Let's look for it here. Here it is. Happy. Talk, vent, be happy. Let's download it. Okay, so it's not letting me download it right now, but just to give you guys an idea. Yeah, you can't see my screen at all, can you? Nope. Okay, so what it looks like is this. Basically, what I do is I go online and I click feed. Coming up on this, you're going to see self-care, relationships, life, relationships. This is what it looks like from my side as a listener, okay? Now, you can also do this out of the kindness of your heart. You're not going to make a ton of money, I can guarantee you that, but that's not what it's about. You can become a happy listener. All you have to do is type in HAPILISTNER and fill out their survey and put your email in and wait for them to get back, and you can become a listener for their app. The other side of the app looks a little different. I can't get it to download right now. I thought I had it on here, but what it has is it has an option for them to reach back out to a caller if they enjoyed speaking with a caller and had a good relationship, you know. And like, I have people I talk to on the regular still, only a handful now that I'm not doing it as much, but like, there's an appointment. I have a 30-minute appointment that starts at 9 in 1 hour. So, and this is a person I've been talking to for 7 or 8 months. That's just going through, ironically, a lot of the same stuff that I am. So I think that's why we probably hit it off so well. But yeah, you know, some people just want to vent. Some people want advice. And so remember, the Happy app, talk, vent, be happy. It's a little yellow box with a smiley face in it. Or if you want to go a step further and you want to give back, you can do the Happy Listener app, all one word, HAPILISTNER, and type that in. It's going to be a green circle with a little square guy smiling with a headset above his head. Download that, fill out the questionnaire, and someone will be in touch with you. And you can put my name in there that I referred you. You're more than welcome to do that. I've been with them long enough that they know who I am. Feel free to do that. And just want to thank you guys for listening. I will pull this together so it's not so all over the place. Like I said, I'm just getting going. And it's going to take me a minute to get this up and running and to get this out there. I'm going to rely on you guys for help with that at some point, as far as sharing, subscribing, all that stuff. Once you feel that my content, I guess, is, you know, good enough to put out there, you have to feel good about it and like it makes sense. And I'll tell you one thing, it comes from my heart. I don't have a script in front of me. I didn't practice anything I was gonna say. I just get on here and say what I say because of what I've done and what I've been through and where I've gone and where I'm at and the way life is. And you know, you can do anything. You can love working with people, and you can go into sales. And I'm not just using sales because I did it. I'm just using it. Well, I am because I did it. That's my example. I love sales. I do. They're a lot of fun. I got a little burned out with everything going on in life, and that's just that. But you can do anything you want. If you truly like what you're doing, you're gonna love what you're doing, and it's not gonna be work. It's going to be bliss. It's going to be joy that you're out there helping people. So find something that's my this is what I want to do. Right now I'm sitting in front of an iPad, you know, in front of a window here at the kitchen bar table. Someday I hope I'm a lot further down the line than I am now, but I have to get started somehow. And I figure that if I do it for the goodness and if I do it out of my heart, then I figure it's more bound to work than if I go and try to get on and become some guy that acts like he knows it all and tries to get as many likes as he can and wants to do it for the ad space and for the money. And yeah, you know, sure, we would all love that, but that's not what this is for, guys. This is for you. This is for if you're struggling, reach out to me, get in touch with me. Anyone who knows me knows I'm an easygoing guy. I'm an easygoing guy to talk to. Little bit of a space cadet sometimes, but I am always listening to you. Sometimes my mind is just racing, and it's a habit that I've tried to break. Try to be an active listener and fully engage into my people that are talking to me instead of hearing them say something and then be trying to figure out a solution for that problem. So I'll try to be better at that. But with that said, I hope you all have a good night. I love everyone out there, no matter what this political machine is doing to us all, the COVID, the whatever. You know, if I've snapped off on some people on Facebook, chances are it's probably because you snapped off on me. I'm just being truthful. I'm not one to just jump out there like that, but admitting it is the first step. So I will admit that I have snapped off on a couple people, and I'm not proud of that, and I'm sorry about that. You know, I apologize. What a waste of energy to snap on somebody about whatever's going on right now, you know, because the only thing we should be concerned about is each other. And it's really opened my eyes seeing some people I really love and care about get sick. And You know, it's made me think that none of this other garbage, yeah, it's important. It's our future, and, you know, it's our democracy, it's our country we live in, and we have to hold it together. But on the other side, people first. You know, the people we love first. You know, you set it down when it comes to your family. I don't care what anyone says. You know, it's what I've had to do in the last year and a half of my life, and I don't regret it one bit. Not one bit, because when I'm old and I'm an old guy and I look back on it, I know I'm gonna have done the right thing. So I don't know. Love y'all. Hope you guys have a good night, and please pass this along, just due to the fact that it's got a lot of good numbers on it, a lot of good resources. If you do watch this all the way through, or if you don't, if you know anybody, send it to them in Messenger, post it to their page. I don't care, do whatever you want, but get it to them so they have access to that information so they can help themselves. It's a tough time right now. A lot of people are going through a lot of tough stuff, and you might not see it on the outside, but I guarantee there's a lot more people hurting on the inside than we have any idea about. So those are the people that we need to help. So have a good night, everybody, and thank you for putting up with me talking on YouTube again. Okay, and you guys have a terrific